I worked at EY from 1990 to 1995 in the earliest days of the actuarial practice. That experience at EY was an exciting time when you're setting up a new business essentially from about day two. The opportunities of meeting new people, getting new clients, and especially being introduced to the EY partners. Bit of a novelty having actuaries within the business, but explaining what we did, having them introduce us to their clients, it was an exciting time. So after having a consulting role at Ernst & Young, I thought it was time to rejoin corporate, and I had an opportunity to do so in a senior actuarial role. And that was a great experience, being able to influence the business from beginning to end rather than a piece at a time.
My EY journey was from 92 to 98, covering Sydney and London. And when I think back, it was my years and my time at EY that I've got fond memories of. So I really look back with fond memories of the people, of the framework, and I guess the beginnings of what would become of my career. After leaving London and coming back to Sydney, I decided that my future would not be in the accounting profession. Went to work in commerce for a while, and then decided to use all my macro learnings from EY to build a business in financial advice. The Growth Project is about helping those that help. It's about investing in the leadership of those running charities, as well as creating collaboration with those from the for-profit world. The model for the Growth Project came about a convergence of a personal journey and an opportunity to make a difference in the world. And I was fortunate enough to have been inspired by Peter Baines. I'd heard him speak about clarity of purpose. I'd heard him speak about leadership. Peter had run a successful charity for 10 years. And he told me that smaller charities find their way to him. They want to know how he had done what he had done. And he saw that he could help them. And I asked him what the limiting factors were. And he said they were time and money. That he didn't have the time or money to help the charities, and the charities didn't have the time or money to have leadership development invested in them. So I said to Pete, why help them one-on-one? Why not help one on many? Get a group of charities together and share your knowledge and your content with them. And he said to me, that's the model.
Well, by coincidence, just at the time that Peter and Larry were working on the formulation of the concept of the Growth Project, I was dealing with Larry in an independent capacity with regard to another business opportunity. And whilst that opportunity didn't eventuate, Larry thought that it'd be good to share the initial thinking about the Growth Project with me. And once I heard about it, I was enthusiastic about being involved, and Larry was keen to have me involved, not just for the formulation, but also later for governance purposes.
It was a natural fit that, remembering Martin and the time at EY and the way actuaries had a structured approach through things, and the fact that we had been keeping in contact since those years, made it the natural fit for Peter and I to invite Martin to be chair of the Growth Project.
It seems to me that there's a great alignment between what we're about and what EY are about. So our purpose, working with charity leaders, business leaders, a collaborative model which ultimately benefits society. Well, that sounds a lot like building a better world. And even if we call it building a better working world, that's what we see with the involvement of the business leaders.
So there is a clear alignment between what we're trying to do and EY. The key aspect that's happening in the room is bringing together capabilities. And when we think of the capabilities within EY, within the EY network, within the alumni, and it's the connections that can come around that capability that come together to make a contribution. So it's about bringing together the capabilities, the connection, and making that contribution for a better world.